Hello, welcome to a video lesson on how to read guitar tablature. Guitar tablature is a form of music notation that's specialized for guitars. Guitarists use it because it's a very easy way to write down music. You'll see in this video that I can teach you how to read tab in about 5 minutes, whereas to learn how to read standard music notation, it could take you like 5 weeks just to get sort of a basic understanding. So let's begin. Here we go. Okay, so let's look at the tab that's across the bottom of the screen. Let's start by looking at the numbers in red next to each horizontal line. Each one of those lines represents a string on the guitar, and they're numbered 1 to 6. And they refer to the strings on an actual guitar like this. The high E is 1, the B is 2, G is 3, D 4, A 5, and the low E is 6. It might be kind of confusing because in tab the high E goes along the top and the low E goes along the bottom, and when you're looking at a guitar it's actually the low E that goes along the top. So once you can sort of understand what each one of those lines is, the next step is to basically read the other numbers that appear on those lines. You read tab left to right like you would sort of a book, and if we look at the tab that I have as an example, the first number we come across is a 0 on the 5th string. Now a 0 just means to play that string open, as in no fret, just open. So to play what's written there, we would do it like this: open 5th string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, open. Now if we go to the next note, it's a 2 on the 4th string. So all I do is I count up 4 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 2 just means I play the 2nd fret, so 1, 2. So that would be played like this. Now if we go to the next note, it's a 2 on the 3rd, or the G. 1, 2, 3, 2nd fret. So to play what's written there, you would play those 3 notes one after each other, like this. Now if we go to the end of this bar, you'll notice that it has those same notes, but horizontally aligned. And when you see notes like that, that means that you play them all at the same time. So in this case, we're going to play all 3 of those notes at the same time to make a chord, which sounds like this. It's basically an open A power chord. So that whole bar played sounds like this. If we look at this next example, I've just written down for you 3 simple power chords which are played like this. The first one is the same open A we saw. The second one tells you to go to the 3rd fret on the 5th, the 5th fret on the 4th string, and the 5th fret on the 3rd string to make a C power chord. Now if we go to the last chord, we go to the 5th fret on the 5th string, the 7th fret on the 4th string, and the 7th fret on the 3rd string to make a D power chord. So to play that bar, you do this. Now if we look at this next bar, I've written down for you some more single notes, and this is actually a scale. This is the A minor pentatonic scale written in tablature. So in order to read this, we go from left to right, and we just go through each note one at a time. So we start off on the 5th fret on the low E, or the 6th string. Then we stay on that string and we play the 8th fret. Then next is telling us to go to the 5th string and play the 5th fret. And then stay on that string and play the 7th fret. And then to carry on all the way through the scale. In this final bar, I wanted to demonstrate a few guitar-related techniques and how you would write those in tablature. Let's start off by looking at the first 3 notes. They're telling me that I'm going to play on the 2nd string, and I'm going to play the 5th fret, the 8th fret, and the 5th fret, like this. Now if we look at the next set of notes, they're exactly the same, but they're written with an arch going across. That tells you that those notes are supposed to be played with legato, or hammer-ons and pull-offs. So instead of picking each note, I'm going to play them with hammer-on and then a pull-off, like this. The next set of notes are the same again, but they're written with diagonal lines going across each string. That's telling you that you should slide to each one of those notes. So to play that would be like this. And then finally, I put just an 8th fret on the second string with an arrow pointing up. That represents a string bend. So that whole bar would be played like this. So thanks for watching. I wanted to finish by just talking about a few pros and cons of using guitar tablature. The pros are pretty obvious. I mean, it's very easy to learn how to read music using tablature, as we just saw. Another pro is tab is basically specifically designed for the guitar. So guitar-related techniques, things like hammer-ons and pull-offs, slides, and things like that, are very easy to notate on tab. And although we didn't get into it in the video, there's a lot of other more advanced techniques, things like guitar tapping and pick scrapes and things like that, which are also very easy to notate in guitar tab, which you couldn't really do very well using standard music notation. So that's a huge plus of using guitar tab. The biggest drawback of using tab is that it doesn't tell you the rhythm of each note that you're playing. By rhythm I mean, is this note a 32nd note, is it a 16th note, is it a triplet or whatever. It just tells you what note to play, but it doesn't tell you the rhythm at which it's meant to be played. That is kind of a problem, for more complicated styles of music. So what I would suggest you do is, if you're learning like a song or a solo or something, listen to the actual recording of that song and then reference the tab and listen back at the same time to figure out exactly what the rhythm of the notes are that you're meant to be playing. Some tabs in like tab books will have the rhythm written in the tab, but most of the tabs that you're going to find online, they won't have any sort of rhythm reference or anything. So that's the real drawback of tab. But I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.